What's up, guys? We're back in the hizzy. We're back coming straight hot through your speakers because it's been a little bit. But it's tax season for us, which some of you know, some of you don't know. If you don't know, now you know. So what we're doing is, before we get into everything, I just want to give you guys an update. One, we will be having one episode a week for the next 3 weeks. That way we can get, yours, your mom's, your grandma's, everyone's, our neighbors, tax returns done on time. And then we'll be back with 2 episodes a week. So apologies for not having any episodes the last 2 weeks, but things got a little bit crazy. And now we're back and ready to get organized and back on schedule. So that, again, just a reminder, for the next 3 weeks, it's 1 episode a week, because I know you guys miss us so much. And so, yeah, we're going to get started. Also, haven't said this in a while. This podcast is brought to you by the Heather Presley. It's your everyday luxury, soft but affordable clothing that you just put on your body and feel so cozy and warm and soft, and it's amazing. So check that out at theheatherpresley.com, and I'll give you guys a discount code at the end of the show. So you have to listen to all of it to get the discount code.
Or just fast forward,
Yeah, or just fast forward.
One of those things.
So if you want to be a dick about it, just fast forward.
Yeah, if you want to be a big old dick, just fast forward. If you want to be a dick, just quickie this episode and fast forward.
Yeah.
Nick has something to play because this is going to be the beginning topic of this episode, because your girl is struggling over here.
Okay.
It's hard. I'm one day off vaping right now, bro. And I want to fucking smoke a bowl out of my own nuts, bro, of pure nicotine. It's hard.
Is that Theo Vaughn?
Yeah, it's Theo.
So this is so embarrassing, because I think vaping for me is embarrassing. I'm not public about it. I'm not oh, I'm a vape,
Yeah.
But I learned the habit from Nick a few years ago. And it's so funny, because I want to start by saying this. People that smoked cigarettes or vapes or whatever, it would weird me out, the concept of it, just people walking around inhaling and blowing out smoke. Because I've never had a history or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I never thought in a million years that I would be hitting something with smokes, And then I met Nick. And then I tried it and I was like, oh my God, it's fruity, delicious, beautiful. This tastes so good. And then it just, kept going and going. And then I got heavily addicted. For sure. I think everyone who vapes for a long period of time, I think I vaped for 3 years?
Yeah, probably.
Maybe more?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. So
no, not that long.
So I don't research stuff when it comes to health, because I get scared. And we all know vaping's bad, but I just disregarded that information. And so I didn't understand how bad it was until a few days ago. I started feeling weird in my chest, my lungs. And Nick briefly talked to me about popcorn lung a long time ago, but I never really researched it to understand. I just thought maybe smokers for 20 or 15 years get it. No, it's not the case. You can get it anytime.
What is it? What is popcorn lung?
So, okay, I'm going to give you just brief. It's so detailed. Basically what it is from vaping, you get popcorn lung. You can get popcorn lung from multiple things. It's not just from hitting a vape, but there's oils in the vapes, right? And you hit it. Well, it gets into your bronchial. I don't know what the word is. Anyway, it gets into your lungs and you have air holes in there, little air things. And it clogs that up. And then it starts causing more holes in your lungs, basically.
Oh, that's
so bad. You have holes in your lungs, essentially. So
yikes. Yeah,
lots of wheezing and I don't know. So, and it's irreversible. Once you get it, it's not oh, my valve's not working, heart surgery. It's your lungs are just, it's a wrap.
But it does get better.
It can.
If you quit it, no, it does. I know a lot of people that stopped vaping and it did.
Wait, they had for sure diagnosed popcorn lung?
I don't know if it was, but do you for sure have diagnosed popcorn
lung? No.
But she WebMD'd it.
Yeah. I did. I diagnosed myself on the Googles.
Who needs medical insurance?
Exactly. So I told Nick, I'm I think I'm going to go to the hospital. Because my lungs felt heavy. I'm I don't know, it was just a weird feeling. So I didn't quit because I thought it was unhealthy or I just wanted to stop. I want to vape. I just don't think I can anymore. I think my lungs have had enough. And so this is my fourth or fifth day since I hit it. And oh, go ahead. Nick Kaiser's calling Nick, so he has to answer that. So it's like my fourth or fifth day quitting. And I'm going to explain to you guys, like, I guarantee you so many people listening to this vape, and I'm just going to freak them out.
That's fine. Sometimes maybe they need a wake-up call. You'll
I know. 24 hours in, I started getting withdrawals. Okay. Like I don't know what other withdrawals look like. Just the Google withdrawals, I had those symptoms. Basically, like irritable, constant thought of vaping, constant. Because every time I get in my car, I'd hit it. When I get out of my car, I'd hit it. So like the normal activities I was doing every day involved a vape. So that was like a pattern that my body and brain have established. So getting over that was hard. And I just thought about it. I thought about it. And I can't sleep. I don't know if it's like the nicotine coming out of my bloodstream, because I like read that. It's like you can have insomnia. And like I had a hard time sleeping, and I kept eating sweets because they said you have to find something.
It's the oral fixation.
Yeah, you have to like find something to like replace the habit. So mine was Hershey Kisses. Eat one and eat one and drink a lot of water. I was like drinking water. Every time I wanted to hit the vape, I would like do one of those things. Now here's the best part. I Googled like, how do you know if you're addicted to vaping? Right? Because I think that's a very fair Google thing. And a few things pop up, which is actually hilarious because I check off all of those boxes. Nick's back.
How many of them? How many boxes were there? Like 10?
I'm gonna tell you right now, cigarettes, vaping is more addicting than cigarettes because cigarettes, you have to go outside, you have to smoke it.
You know when to stop.
Okay, so
you know when to stop. Vaping, at the end of the cigarette, you stop.
Yeah, vaping, you'll just sit in your room and just all day wake up and boom, boom, just hitting this thing. I mean, it's just nonstop.
All right, back to what I was saying.
How many boxes did you check?
So these are the signs of vape addiction. Okay. Number 1, a strong, almost irresistible urge to vape, right? I established that.
Check.
Continuing to vape, even if you think it's harmful to you. Check.
Yeah, but that's even the first time you do it. I mean,
intrusive thoughts about vaping. And that would be like what? Like, I can't wait to just get out of this and vape. Or like, okay, I've had that. I've had that in stores. I'd be in a long ass line and I'm like, I cannot wait to get to my car and hit this damn vape. Fuck all these people. And then the inability to stop vaping even when you try. Now, that's the box I'm not checking because your girl's been strong. Because there's vapes all around me. And I haven't even hit one. Not one oopsie. I've been strong. So, proud of myself.
Yeah.
It's the hardest thing. It really is. Like, nicotine is the hardest one to kick. I mean, you can probably dump crack and coke and methamphetamine easier than dropping nicotine because it's crazy.
I know. I was telling Gordy, like, it's kind of almost not fair because they sell it to you in like a cute ass little, I don't know, ombre colored little pocket rocket, right? Yeah. And you can pick whatever flavor you want all the time, and it's so accessible.
They ban the flavors in California.
Yeah,
it's supposed to ban
they
like
still have them in the
blueberries
store.
and shit.
Yeah,
I heard most people are still selling them. They just
it's like kid flavors. It's like fucking Fruity Pebbles, fucking bubble gum,
strawberry milkshake.
It's got like cotton candy. It's like everything's.
That's my issue with vaping and those flavors. Like like I said it before. Like we didn't win world wars because they were smoking fucking Fruity Pebbles vapes in the trenches of Normandy.
Yeah. So here's another thing.
Smoke like a man.
I know.
Yeah, Nick.
Non-filtered.
Smoke like a man.
Yeah, non-filtered.
That grape ice.
Lucky Strikes, you bitch.
I am. I'm almost where she's at. But
did you hear that?
okay, can I say something? Don't fucking sit here and try to act all like I'm the shit because I'm 4 days off and you're
Oh no, here we
behind
go.
you. Like you're gonna be entitled because you're in a better spot than me.
I'm
Like,
gonna
I'll
fucking
be
wave
fine.
that flag.
You know how many times? You know how many times she's tried this and hasn't done it, and I'm the one who's like, please, I've tried to stop multiple times, and what happens? I got you a vape.
Loser.
Yeah, I got
I'm over
you a
here
vape.
doing it 4 days
Okay.
strong. I am
So,
better than you.
I'll say this.
You're beneath me.
Yeah. So
You can hit that vape
I
down below
will-
while I'm looking down.
yeah, I will I was coming home from picking up Beckham from school the other day, and I snitched on this kid that's in our neighborhood
We
because
talked about it.
we did.
Mm-hmm.
I think you
Oh,
mentioned
okay.
that before, yeah. Because
Here's a good story about vaping that I will say. When I first met Heather, I was vaping those big fucking
the big robot dicks.
fucking robot dicks.
It was called
Yeah.
build
You
a
would
bear, but it's a build a vape.
It's a build a vape.
You would
Those
take
are
your
so
build it
and, like,
douchey.
You
Those are so
oil it,
douchey.
grease
you would
it up.
fucking dude. You would you loved it, so don't even try that shit with
Okay.
me. But listen,
Right
before
next to your Monster energy drink in your raised truck.
yeah, I want to say this though. Like this, when I first met her, for the whole time that I had been vaping, I was embarrassed by it. So I wouldn't do it in public. All my friends would do it in public. I would never do it in public because I just thought it was so douchey. So when I first met her, I was
I didn't
vaping
know.
and she didn't know. And so like I would stay at her apartment and I would be fiending, dude. And I'd be like, oh, I got to go out and get something out of my car. I would go fart and then I would vape and I would just be like, fucking hell yeah. And that went on and it went on for a long time. She didn't know I vaped. You didn't know, right?
No, until
She
I
did
found
not-
it in your
No, you know how she
guest
found it?
bathroom.
No. You know how she found it?
Oh,
I
it was
sent.
in a
Hold on.
picture.
I sent her. Hold on.
Wait,
This one-
first
hold
of all,
on.
wait,
Let me do
wait, You have
this.
to build it up, though.
I
This
am.
is just to prove
So,
how
hold on.
fucking Detective Heather works in this
Yeah.
bitch.
So we were like, at the time we were not living together, and so we would send pictures and videos to each other. And I sent her a video of me jerking off, and in the fucking backdrop you could see the vape. So I'm like going to town and all you see is just, and she notices it, of course, not noticing that I'm coming all over myself. She notices the fucking vape sitting back there and she's like, says something to me about it. And I
I'm like,
still,
what the fuck is that?
I'm like, oh, I was an old one. And then I kept kind of hiding it.
He
And
was a liar in the beginning.
yeah.
And then I found it in the guest bathroom, and I'm
Yep.
like,
I
this
hid
is
it.
a fucking, like,
I would hide it in the guest bathroom and be like, I gotta go take a shit. And then I would go in there and vape and I would shit and I'd be like, okay, I'm good.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's pretty
There-
bad.
And then
I'm telling
I
you,
made the mistake
I was
of
like a drug
trying
addict.
it.
I was like a drug addict, like
Yeah.
with vaping. I like fiend for it,
Yeah. And then I tried it, and then I loved it. And then,
Yeah.
It's
now
hard.
I'm 4 days clean.
I've been there. I used to, look, growing up where I grew up in the sticks, we started chewing tobacco in like junior high,
Oh yeah.
right? And then you never really quit after that point. You just kind of kept it going here and there. And yeah, like I really picked it up in college. And then when I would travel a lot, whether it was driving, whether it was like in a hotel room, like, dude, it was all about just chewing whenever I could. And then like I quit a bunch of times, and the easiest way to quit was to just like not buy it, and I just wouldn't have it around me, and I actually was pretty successful. And then I'd still pick it up again though, like every
Yeah.
time I was back on the road, man, I would start doing it
When
again.
you're young, it's a little easier to do that because you feel like you're still invincible. You start to realize, and it sucks because you do these things. What?
Well, that's what got me
I
though.
was just thinking about how much better I am than Gordy now because vapes are all around me and I'm not hitting shit.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like, and well, that invincible piece is what got me on the chewing tobacco, was
Yeah.
because when Tony Gwynn died, who Tony Gwynn was
I
like,
know.
he was Mr. Padre. He was probably, one of the greatest hitters of all time in Major League Baseball, but he had a prolonged, like, he used to chew
He
chalk
was
like
the
constantly.
best
And
hitter.
like
Yeah.
his kids talked about, like, he never did not have a dip in his mouth, like the big, Levi Garrett type stuff. And he always had it. Anyway, he like, after when he was coaching baseball at San Diego State later in his career, he actually got like jaw cancer. And there were all these interviews of him, like his jaw was bandaged up, they cut pieces out and all this. And ultimately he died from that jaw cancer that he got from chewing. And so I was like, at that point, the day he died, I literally was like, okay, if chewing tobacco can take the greatest hitter in the history of baseball, like, I'm a nobody, and I can totally die. And I threw it away, and I never
You're
chewed
somebody.
this.
So
I
then
never
that
chewed
makes you not that you don't have an addictive personality, because someone like, me, I would have saw that and been like, I'm not going to die. There's a lot of people that don't die. I would have looked at, well, he's just one out of fucking however many, that unfortunately that's what we think like. But, I used to play basketball with Tony Gwynn's son at San Diego State in their auditorium, where their basketball hoops are. I used to play, a dude was a good basketball player.
Yeah,
He
so
was
was
a good
Tony.
baseball
Actually, he
player
was
too.
good back
He
in
was
his
good
day
at-
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, that was it for me, and that's been, I don't know, a decade now. I don't know. I can't remember
It's tough
exactly how
because
many.
it's like we were saying, you think you're invincible, and then all of a sudden you get older, and you're just, like you start doing these things and you don't think it's ever going to affect you. And I think when you're young, you don't realize, like, man, this stuff's going to affect the way you live. It could possibly affect the way you live. But then you even go, like, I have one of the girls that we've talked about on here. She just came into our office to give us a cancer shirt. She got mouth, jaw, or somewhere in her mouth cancer. Had to get, she listens to the podcast, but she had to get a portion of her jaw, or I can't remember what it was, and she had to get it removed. But she didn't even smoke or vape or chew or nothing. Do you remember the girls who used to chew? Oh my god, that was so fucking gnarly.
Yeah, it was so hot. That was your
That
favorite.
was gnarly. That
You
was
love that shit.
disgusting. Oh,
Dude, I work with this guy. I mean, I don't work with him. He lived on a ranch, and he was like a real cowboy, like Yellowstone status. And he lived in the bunkhouse. And this dude would, at night after dinner, he would put in a dip, and then he'd go outside and smoke a cigarette. At the same time, put the cigarette out, leave the dip in his mouth, and go to sleep with it in his mouth.
would he swallow the spit?
He just let it happen the way it was going to happen.
Remember those dudes that would swallow that shit? They wouldn't even need a cup. They were just swallowing it. Oh,
they just
man.
it.
You ever swallowed chew one time?
Okay,
That is disgusting.
On accident. Yep.
You on accident? Yeah. Okay.
Yep. That'll change your mind real quick. But yeah, no, I quit all that now. I just smoke weed, so we're good.
Good for you.
See,
man.
here's the thing. I'm not saying that I won't pick up a vape again.
See, that I am better than you, Gordy. I don't smoke. I don't do anything. Well,
I know. But you vape though. Dirty son of a bitch.
I'm close though. I'm close.
Yeah. It's not good for you.
This is his version of close. His fucking vape probably tastes like shit, and he's just not buying a new one.
Yeah. Well,
there you go. That's how you do it, though.
I
That's how you
barely
quit.
hit
Don't buy
just
new
because
shit.
I don't want to hit it in front of her.
That's
so
true.
I
see
probably
you, though.
barely hit this thing a few times yesterday. I'm honestly, this is the closest I've been. I'll be done. I know I will. Especially if she commits to it and doesn't do it.
And it's expensive.
I would have no
You
reason.
have
It
to.
is. It's expensive
You
as
have
shit
to.
too. Yeah.
She'll never let you live it down.
I know.
Like you
I know.
have to quit.
No,
'Cause if
I'm
not-
doing it. I'm doing it because I feel like I'm at a point where there could be no return with my lungs. So
No, you're not. Trust me. If
that's
anybody
why-
is, it's me, because I've been doing it a long time. And I'll be honest with you, I know that I've affected my lungs and everything, and that's the problem. I still do it, but I can tell. But I did talk to a buddy the other day, and he did say that he vaped for a long time and smoked cigarettes, and he stopped, and he said within like a few months he felt way better.
See, I'm kind of
There's a
feeling
big
better.
difference. Yeah.
I'm not like coughing in the morning. Hold on. Stop moaning.
No,
I'm
it's
not
good.
like I don't feel like I have like phlegm or like, because you inhale those oils. I don't know. So anyways,
that
I'm gonna
stuff's
move
not-
topics. I have a question for you guys. Okay. Now that we have lived, well, you guys have lived longer than me, but I wanted to ask you, I want you to think about like every culture, every lifestyle that different people live, right? For example, you have like farmers, right? You have like the super tech Asian people in Japan who like build crazy, like different like family stuff, like just different lifestyles you can live, right? Because we all live what we live. So now we're going to fantasize, and I want to hear two different lifestyles. Like if God was like, hey, you get to pick from every lifestyle that people live on earth, you get to pick your top two that you'd want to try out for a while. What would you like try to experience? I'm going to go first. Okay. The top tier one, the number one where I'd be like, please, 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 is I would want to be in a mob family, like an Italian one, though.
Good one.
I'd either want to be the only daughter.
Are you talking about like a mob family that's like killing people? and
Like,
like racketeering
no,
and doing all
more
that
of
shit?
like classy, rich as fuck, gangster,
You'd want to be
Italian,
like
mafia.
Meadow Soprano.
Like
You'd want to
people
be
don't
Meadow
fuck with them.
Soprano.
People,
Yeah, people don't fuck with. They don't need to kill people. People
Yeah.
don't fuck with them.
Okay.
But if they need to cut a few
you want
heads
to be
off
like
here and there,
Meadow
I mean,
Soprano.
it's kind of how it works.
so you're talking about the most gangster of all of the mob members that you can.
Yeah,
think of.
I want to
Okay.
either be the daughter or I want to be the
Right.
wife.
No, the wife gets cheated on all the time. Like,
Yep.
I don't give a fuck. I would be like bossing around and just being like a badass. So this is what made me think about that. Is I have friends in Bakersfield who have like mafia personalities. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like some people just have this like way about them that's just so gangster, but not like gangster like trash or like ghetto. Like, I mean real classy, like thug
like
person.
organized. Yeah, like
Yeah, like
organized.
super
crime.
organized. And so I like am attracted to those types of friendships. Like I like love that personality trait. And I'm just like a little flower bouncing through the earth. Like I don't think I have it in me now.
You
But
like
it'd
the
be cool to
family.
live-
You like the family aspect of it,
I love
right?
the
Like
family. Like they
you
stick
don't.
together, they
Yeah,
cover
you don't
for
go
each
against
other.
the family. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they don't fuck around. And like the
Right.
daughters are always like the favorite, you know?
Right.
And then the second one would be I'd want to be like living on like a farm. I mean like super like redneck in like the middle of America on a farm. That's all I do all day. And I like grow shit and I'm like make everything from my backyard and I slice my own animal meat. Like that would be cool to
Jesus.
try too. So those two
Yeah.
would be for me.
What are you doing, Gordy?
I would probably maybe let's see. There's a lot of work around a farm. Like that shit sounds romantic, but it's hard.
Yeah.
So I would rather be like
Doesn't he stop picking that one?
in the woods guy. I would like want to be, you know,
Yeah, that would be sick.
like my side of the mountain, dude. Like living in a cabin,
Like
you know,
Brokeback
with like
Mountain, like something like that.
I tried to quit you. No, I would be like one of those just if fishing lake, that kind of thing. Like I don't know what I did for actual money. I'd be like one of those dudes on like Mountain Men, you know,
You don't
like
need money when you know how to
trapping
survive
furs
on
and
your own.
shit. Yeah, you know, that's what I would do. Like trapping furs and I don't know, fishing and you know that kind of stuff. That'd be one. And then actually on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, I would probably give a go of like being one of those like New York high-rise city people,
I was gonna say that.
just to see like what that would be like living in that kind of crazy chaos environment. I mean, I've been there a couple times for about a week, but how could I do it for a whole year?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are two good ones. You kind of stole one of mine there, but I would say
Wait, what? You would want to be a city person?
I don't know. Maybe I'd try it. We're just talking about trying it, but
Yeah.
I would say one would be I don't know if this even relates to what we're saying, but I would have liked to have been in the military. I think that would have been
It's
pretty
not
cool.
too late.
Yeah. Yeah, I am too late. I'm too old.
Just kidding.
You have to be under 33,
just
I
kidding.
think. But I would have liked to have like been in the military. I almost did join the military after 9/11, but which I would
I
have
almost did after high school.
Yeah.
I took the ASVAB test and I fucking crushed it. And I
Yeah.
had every recruiter calling me, every branch of the service. What do you want to do? What do you want to do in the Air Force? What do you want to do in the Army? It was
Yeah.
like, and I'm like, yeah, you're just like my backup plan in case college doesn't pan out. But
Yeah.
no,
I just
got
think
a lot
people
of
don't
recruiter
realize
calls.
how much, if you go there and take it serious, how much it prepares you for life. And, you get your education paid for, you get a lot of benefits, but not just that, you get to serve. I would have enjoyed like the camaraderie of like being with all your boys and,
Okay, but
going into
here's
other.
the thing. You guys, Gordy was good on the living in the back mountain, okay? But the other ones you have is like the city one, I get it. But yours is more of like a job.
It's
No,
that's a
it's
lifestyle.
Military lifestyle.
It's
yeah,
a
it's a
lifestyle.
lifestyle.
Like that whole.
Like, would you have like a family?
That's
yeah,
hard,
like you
but
could have a family, or you could just be just a straight up warrior and just serve a bunch of
be a SEAL. Just be a SEAL or something, or a Ranger.
I
Okay.
think that would have been pretty
Okay.
cool, And I think
Sniper.
I
Be a
think once you
fucking
go do
sniper.
that, when you come home, if you look at it, most military people, unless they lose it to like PTSD, a lot of those guys are very successful and very like hardworking people. I wish I would have had that hard work, like that ethic that those guys
Yeah.
come home with. Like my client was
wish
just
too.
in, and they They have a kid that
I love you.
got back from. I love
Are
you.
you not going to
They
acknowledge that I was rude just then?
No, I'm not. They have a kid that came back and he's like killing it now. He's like started his own business. He's like 24. He's probably going to be a millionaire, and he was in the military. He's so. And then my second one would probably be. I wouldn't mind just being a chill ass, like maybe I would like to live by the, like, maybe even like Hawaii, like be a beach bum, and just like
Like the
keep-
Florida Keys or
just
something.
raise the kid, just make enough money to live a happy life, have your kids, and teach them how to just be fucking surfers and beach bums and like
Fishermen.
all that
Yeah.
stuff. I think
I
that
love
would
how Nick goes, I wish, the military guys, they come out and they're like hardworking, they're put together. And then immediately, Nick's like, I wish I could be like that. And then immediately,
wanna
it's
do
like,
shit.
I don't want to be a beach bum. Teach
Yeah.
my kids to be a beach bum. Or
Yeah.
I'll just fucking.
You know how it is. Like
bum
you see those families from Hawaii that are
I'm
just
from
like
there.
super chill, but
Yeah.
you're not like that. Just like those chill families.
Wait, what do
that
you
are-
mean I'm not like that? How would you
You're
know?
because you're not. What do you mean?
Well, I live in
I'm talking
California
about.
now.
I know, but I'm saying you're not like that now. I'm
No, I
saying
don't have the
before,
opportunity.
I don't think you were
She
like
does
that
still
when you were
have
there.
some of those traits, though.
Really?
No,
What do
where-
you think I did when I was there?
She's
I don't know, but I don't think.
I wanna
don't
hear
know.
what you
Were
think.
you? I'm talking about like a Hawaiian family that like they live in a shack and they just are happy as fuck and loyal to each other and like
That's not realistic. Though.
I was gonna say you're eating
Not a
coconuts and shit.
not a shack. I'm talking like
building their own
dirt
shit.
floor.
in a shack. I'm talking
Hollowing out
Ew.
canoes.
just not some fancy house. I'm not saying a shack. I just mean they're not like they don't need money. They're just happy to be alive and they're happy with them.
I
they-
can't
they
wait to
love their
take
family.
Nick to Hawaii so then I can remind him of this where they don't need money.
Heather does still
I'm
have some
saying, I'm
Hawaiian
saying they don't
traits,
need to
though.
be millionaires.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna be honest with you. Fuck that. I don't want to do that. I would like to be a real estate mogul. Like, just be fucking loaded as fuck. I don't want to be a billionaire.
Sell
I
all
want to
Hawaii.
be a
If
billionaire.
we're changing it, then I want to change mine from being a farm
And
queen.
sell all those shacks.
I want to be like
Yeah.
I want to work for like our government or something. Like I want to be like, what do you call them? What, like not secret service. What is it?
FBI.
No,
Yeah.
what's the other one?
I don't know.
CIA.
CIA.
No, they're
or like
lame.
M6 CIA. Yeah. Oh, that'd be so
Yeah.
sick. Because then I would know all the shit. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'd be involved. Like I would know.
I
All the
wouldn't
Like
want to know all
everyone
this
else
shit.
doesn't know.
I
I want
wouldn't
to
want to
know.
know it all.
I want to know all of it.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
kind of dope.
Wouldn't that be
Like
sick?
secret missions, like spies and all that stuff. Like psychological. You would totally crush the psychological warfare thing. Like messing with people's
Oh,
minds.
for
Like,
sure.
you just did that for sport back in the day. So
I know.
mean, for a job, you
I know
would
if I got
crush it.
paid for that shit, oh, then I could be a wealthy beach bum with Nick and live in a shack.
Yeah.
But I'll
Or
secretly
on the
have
beach,
millions.
or on the beach that he sold away from the poor Hawaiians because he's a real estate mogul now. One of those two.
Yeah. I would do it.
Like, fuck your shack, I'm selling it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the beach bum idea though. I'd be down with that too. Like in the Florida
I'd love to
Keys.
show. Yeah.
Yeah, like one of those dudes always on a
A
boat,
boat. Yeah. Like get a nice boat and just
boats and hoes.
go. Even though
Exactly.
I wouldn't want to be on it. Like the way I'm saying, I like the idea of it, but dude, those people that go out there and fucking go out to sea for like 5-6 days on like thinking that's fun, like
No.
and then they get their boat flips over and they're just sitting out there waiting, hoping help comes. Like
Those
oh
those
man,
poor NFL dudes a few years
Yeah,
back. Remember
remember
that? They're like one
that?
dude made it because he was like holding onto the engine,
Yep.
and the
And he
rest
just
of them
saw
just
all
like
his buddies
slowly
die.
faded away. Oh, that was a
Yeah.
terrible story. That was awful. Worst story ever.
yeah.
Great way to end the show. All right. Dead people on a boat.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'd like to live by the beach, but I don't want to die. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Life goals.
I think that's a good topic for our like listeners to like think about, like what, because it's just kind of fun to fantasize.
To
of, like,
reflect
what
on
if-
the life you would like to have because you hate your life so much. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean like different experience. Like
I'm
people
telling you
live-
this, though.
everything that we just all talked about, someone's living that life.
I
Right?
am.
So-
I'm more and more. I spent a lot of time the last few weeks down like by the beach, and like I'm gonna say, and like right now I'm looking out my window at snow. I'm
Mhm.
tired of this cold weather shit.
Yeah.
And so the second I'm available to retire, whatever, I'm bouncing. I'm gonna sell all my shit, and I'm living in a condo by the beach. I don't care how much it costs, but I'm living somewhere where it's like 70 degrees every day.
You're
'Cause I
saying
ain't
like
doing
we'll
this
go back to
cold
San
shit no
Diego,
more.
but yeah, you're saying once the kids are gone.
Yeah, exactly. Because once time they're gone, it'll be right about the time like I'm done paying for college, and then they're on their own, and then my ass is going somewhere else where it's warm. Because this cold
Yeah.
nonsense, You
Yeah,
get older, you're like, nope, I can't deal with this no more. So
yeah.
I'm
You don't
done
want
with
to go out
this.
and run in the snow. Fuck
Oh
that.
my gosh, I've been running on the treadmill the last few days. I hate it.
Yeah.
I absolutely
Yeah.
hate it. So yeah, I'm going where it's warm.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Well, that wraps up this episode. Don't forget to check out theheatherpresley.com and use discount code 2023 for 60% off the entire website with no minimum order and free shipping over $100. We'll see y'all next week.
Fuck you if you fast forward to the end for that.
See you guys next week.